Trosclair and the Alligator by Peter Huggins. Now this book is a special book because I got to meet the author of this book too. And he autographed it in front for me. And you can see his name down here, Peter Huggins. This book is about Louisiana and a little boy who lives on the bayou. So some of the words may be a little different, but I'll explain them as we go along. Trosclair loved living on Bayou Fontaine in Louisiana. He could hop into his pirogue anytime and hunt turtles or visit his cousins. Now, pirogue is a boat. And while Trosclair, whenever he visited Uncle Maurice, he would say, "Trosclair, how you been keeping you?" Trosclair would say, "Me, I've been keeping fine." Then they would laugh. And while Trosclair played cards with his cousins, Aunt Emily and Uncle Maurice fixed gumbo and rice in the kitchen. And there's his pirogue. When Trosclair didn't go to his cousins, he and his dog Ollie would glide in the pirogue to Bee Island Swamp, the best place to hunt turtle eggs. Trosclair wasn't supposed to go to the swamp because Gargantua, the rogue alligator, had moved in. He scared everyone. He attacked dogs, cats, goats, and even a few careless pigs. Trosclair's father, said it was only a matter of time before Gargantua tried boy or man. "The alligator eats you up and Ollie so fast," Pear said, he won't even stop to burp. Trosclair wasn't so sure. Besides, he loved the swamp. Gliding under the cypress trees on the smooth water, Trosclair listened to the silence broken by the dip, dip, dip of his paddle or the cry of a heron. Trosclair beached his pirogue on Bee Island at the center of the swamp. He didn't see or hear Gargantua once. Trosclair and Ollie hunted turtle eggs, but didn't find any. They did find a beehive in a live oak tree. Trosclair thought the honey would taste really good. Trosclair picked up a stick, and he and Ollie stepped onto a log at the foot of the tree. They stepped onto a low-hanging branch, then onto a higher branch, and then an even higher branch, and Trosclair hopped Ollie onto the last branch as the bees buzzed all around the tree. Below them, the log moved. The log was Gargantua. After Gargantua unwrapped himself around the tree, Trosclair saw he was as long as Pierre and Uncle Maurice laid head to toe. Trosclair looked at Ollie, and Ollie looked at Trosclair. Then Ollie barked at Gargantua. Gargantua looked up at them and grinned. They could see how many teeth he had and how big they were. My petites are stuck in a tree," said Gargantua. "I tell you what you do, boy. You throw that dog down to me, and I leave you alone, hey?" Trosclair didn't know what to do, but the bees buzzing around the hive gave him an idea. He winked at Ollie. Trosclair said, "Okay, Gargantua, open your mouth, and I'll drop Ollie right in. I sure am glad you don't want the beehive." Gargantua looked, first at Ollie, then at the beehive, and back at Ollie. "Come closer," said Trosclair. Gargantua didn't move. The bees buzzed around Trosclair and Ollie. "What's a beehive?" asked Gargantua. "Oh," said Trosclair, waving the bees away, "it's just full to bursting of the sweetest, tastiest honey you've ever seen. I'm glad you don't want it." "Sweet, huh?" said Gargantua. Gargantua thought a moment as the bees buzzed around the hive. "I tell you what you do," Gargantua said. "You throw that old beehive down to me, and I let you keep that dog." "Not that," said Trosclair. "Anything but that. Please take my dog and let me keep the beehive." "No," said Gargantua. Please take my dog," Trosclair begged. "No, my mind she is made up," Gargantua said. "Well, all right," Trosclair said, "only you have to come closer." Gargantua moved the length of his knobby swamp-colored body closer. When Gargantua was directly under the beehive, Trosclair yelled, "Stop! Now open your mouth," Trosclair said. Using his stick, Trosclair knocked the beehive into Gargantua's mouth. Gargantua greedily snapped his mouth shut. He rolled his eyes, then roared with pain. The angry beast stung him and poured out of his mouth. "You tricked me! You tricked me!" he growled. Gargantua ran as fast as he could to the water, pursued by the swarming bees, and he didn't stop swimming until Bee Island Swamp was far behind him. When Trosclair and Ollie got back home, Pierre said, "Where you been now? Your Uncle Maurice said he saw that Gargantua heading down the bayou like the swamp wolf were after it." "Pierre, that old alligator got him a sweet tooth. He'll never come back here. I guess the animals be safe now. It's safe for you to go back to the swamp, would you say?" asked Pierre. "I'll go tomorrow, Pierre," Trosclair said. But for a long time, Trosclair never went to Bee Island Swamp without Pierre or Uncle Maurice or any one of his cousins, and to this day, Gargantua has never come back. That was Trosclair and the alligator.